What's going on? Just now, I was practicing martial arts, and someone attacked me from the shadows. I didn't expect that this family is also called Ling Chen. My predecessor was actually a determined person, though a bit stubborn. Don't worry, I will definitely avenge you for this. According to the family rules, if you haven't become an inner disciple before the age of 17, you must return to the family to help manage the family business. Ling Chen was originally quite honest and handed over a bottle of Origin Cultivation Elixir. The reason he didn't dare hand over the Origin Cultivation Elixir to those people this time is because he's about to turn 16. If he can't earn a full 500 contribution points this year, then next year he'll need a total of 1,000 contribution points to exchange for a chance to enter the sky-breaking secret realm. So he wants to take 2 bottles of Origin Cultivation Elixir to improve his cultivation, so he can earn more contribution points and get the chance to enter the sky-breaking Luo Shan secret realm this year. Unexpectedly, his personality is actually somewhat similar to mine. In Tianji, he can wholeheartedly pursue martial arts, but once he returns to the family to manage the business, he has to deal with all sorts of tedious matters, which is definitely not conducive to cultivation. More importantly, Tianji sect is located atop a mountain, where the spiritual energy of heaven and earth is incredibly rich, making cultivation much more effective. Outside, however, there are very few places with such abundant spiritual energy. It seems that the most urgent task now is to quickly earn 500 contribution points. In a year and a half, he could barely gather 150 contribution points, and even those were obtained by risking his life to enter the outer regions of Molian Mountain to hunt waste beasts. If he wants to quickly gather enough points, his only option is to accept sect missions and venture into the dangerous depths of Molian Mountain. There are still 3 months until the Heavenly Secret, which means that in the next 3 months, I must quickly improve my strength. I need to hunt high-level waste beasts to earn contribution points, and then break through the Tianluo Mountain secret realm. In my previous life, I was able to become a martial arts grandmaster on the Divine Zhou continent, even when spiritual energy was scarce. In this life, the spiritual energy on the Tianling continent is abundant. So, I can also become a top expert on the Tianling continent. In 3 months, it will be time to challenge the Tianluo Mountain secret realm. I must improve my strength as quickly as possible. In Ling Chen's memories, there are 5 main stages of cultivation. The body training stage is the foundational period for building one's base. In Ling Chen's memories, the noon stage is also significant. The body training stage is the foundational period for building one's base. There are a total of 9 levels. The first is skin training, the second is flesh training, the third is tendon training, the fourth and fifth are bone and water training, and the sixth as well. The 7th and 8th focus on essence, and the 9th is qi training. After the body training stage comes the Tiangang realm. My previous self, after entering the Tianqi sect, kept practicing the 7-star linked sword technique, and had already mastered the 1st to the 6th forms. But I was stuck at the 7th form and could never break through. The 7-star linked sword technique is divided into 7 moves in total. When these moves are executed, they flow seamlessly into one another. Once mastered, one can unleash a sword aura a meter long with incredible power. In my memory, there was once a disciple who relied on the powerful sword aura unleashed by the 7-star linked sword technique to defeat someone 2 minor realms above his own cultivation. The reason my previous self joined the Tianqi sect and kept practicing the linked sword technique was to master it to perfection and then venture into the secret realm of Tianluo Mountain. Most who venture into the Tianlong Mountain secret realm are outer sect disciples at the 8th or 9th body refinement. With just this 7-star linked sword technique, I'm afraid it still won't be enough to handle them. My previous self was never able to master the 7th stance of the 7-star linked sword technique. But I only practiced it once, and I actually managed to master it so easily, reaching the peak of the 4th level of body refinement. And I even broke through. I've completed the 4th level of body refinement, which strengthens tendons. Next is the 5th level, tempering bones. However, since I've just had a breakthrough in my cultivation, it's not advisable to force myself to train further. Otherwise, it would not only be unhelpful to my body, but could actually be harmful. I can't cultivate true chi for now, but I can still practice the 7-star link sword technique that I just worked on. I broke through so easily, and the 7th stance I mastered can unleash battle energy strong enough to split gold, if I remember correctly, in the Outer Sect's Kangshu Pavilion at Tianji Sect. There are also many other powerful techniques. I'll go take a look now, maybe I'll gain something from it. Ling Chen, give it to me. You actually broke through? Hey, just 3 days ago, this kid was only at the 4th level of body refinement, and now he's already at the peak of the 4th level. Forget about it. With his limited talent, even if he somehow manages to break through, his overall strength truly won't amount to very much at all. Ling Chen, you should undoubtedly know precisely why we are here to see you today, correct? I don't have time to mess around with you here, and I'm not interested in knowing why you're looking for me. All I know is that a good dog doesn't block the way. If you move aside now, I might just forgive you this once. I really didn't expect this. After just 3 days apart, you've become someone to be reckoned with, Lin Chen. You've got some skills. You actually dare to challenge me? Since you've just had a breakthrough, today I, Li Zhuo, will spar with you. If you can truly withstand 3 of my most powerful moves, then I promise I'll never bother you again. But if you simply cannot, then you'll have to kneel down and beg for mercy, and from now on, you'll obediently act as my lackey, and it won't just be 1 bottle, but 2. The pills distributed by the sect are rightfully mine. Who do you think you are? Why should I hand them over to you? Let me say this one more time. Leave my sight immediately, or don't blame me for being rude. All right, kid. You've really managed to piss me off. If I don't beat you so badly today that you're bedridden for 3 months, I'll write my name backwards. This is the ultimate crushing ancient palm. Ling Chen, you're finished. Since you're so eager to walk down a dead end, let me help you along the way. What technique did he use? He actually sent brother flying with a single move. Damn you, you bastard Ling Chen, you pathetic scoundrel! How dare you try to kill me in secret? You 2 idiots. What are you waiting for? Go cripple him for me. Hey, Brother Kai, your cultivation is 2 levels higher than his, yet you still couldn't beat him. Yee, I think we should go back and find senior brother Li Shan, then come back to settle the score with him. How dare you cause trouble at the entrance of the library pavilion? What a powerful aura. Who knows what level of cultivation this elder has reached. If I had to face him now, I'm afraid I wouldn't stand a chance. Elder Ling Chen showed no regard for our brotherhood and tried to harm me ruthlessly. He intended to finish off a fellow disciple right here. The grievous wound upon my chest can indeed serve as irrefutable evidence, and both Wang Lin and Li Liang can also truthfully testify to these events. I earnestly and humbly ask Elder to uphold justice in this matter. Ha ha! Wang Lin can testify that it was Ling Chen who attacked first. Yes, I, disciple Li Liang, can also confirm it. If it hadn't been for Wang Lin and me doing our best to stop him just now, I'm afraid 7th brother would have already been killed by Ling Chen right here. This matter is truly as I said. It was actually Li Kan and the other two who provoked me first, and it was also Li Chuan who made the first move against me. I only injured Li Chuan in self-defense, and that was because I had just learned the 7-star linked strike. He didn't control his strength and accidentally injured her when he struck. If you say it was unintentional, isn't that laughable? Earlier, when the disciple wasn't paying attention, he released a blast of sword energy nearly a meter long. How could that be a lack of control? I think he did it on purpose. He unleashed a meter-long blast of sword energy. Yan Chang, you really have mastered the 7-star link sword technique. You just achieved it? Show it to me. Alright, this is truly surprising. Although this sword technique is only a mid-tier Huangji level, its difficulty in cultivation is no less than that of the top-tier Wuji level. For years, no one has managed to master the 7th form, but you actually did ha. Anyone who can master this 7th form is undoubtedly someone with extraordinary talent, a true prodigy. You, little one, used to have only average talent, but who would have thought you'd make such a breakthrough after all this time? Suddenly, you've become enlightened. It seems you're quite a promising seedling after all. If you have any questions in the future, feel free to come to me. Thank you, Elder. I will definitely remember your teachings. Elder, there is one more thing I need to report. If there's anything, just say it. A few days ago, when I went to collect the sect-issued cultivation pills, I was ambushed by Li Chuan and the others. And they stole my cultivation pills. At first, I wanted to let it go, but unfortunately, they kept pushing and even falsely accused me. Very well, I hope Elder will uphold justice. Nonsense! Shut your mouth! Li Chuan, how much longer do you plan to keep hiding the truth? Disciple admits his mistake. The 3 of you attacked your fellow disciple and even tried to frame him. I understand. You should be sent to the Hall of Discipline and receive a punishment of 100 strikes with the black iron rod. However, since this is your first offense, I will instead fine the 3 of you 300 lower-grade spirit stones. You will compensate Lin Chen. Do you accept this? Actually, I happen to be short on some snacks and need to buy some pills. No objections. I accept the punishment. Brother Wang, I heard you completed a sect mission a few days ago. I earned over 30 contribution points. It was just luck for me. If Senior Brother Tian hadn't looked out for me, I wouldn't have been able to complete that mission either. Hey, Brother Zhu, you're 16 this year. You should have managed to gather the 1,000 contribution points needed to exchange for entry into the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm, right? Sigh, I've only managed to gather just under 500 contribution points so far. I'm still a long way from 1,000. But Brother Wang, you must have close to 1,000 contribution points by now, right? With Brother Wang's strength, passing through the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm shouldn't be a problem at all. When the time comes, Brother Wang, once you enter the inner sect, I hope you'll look after your junior brother. Haha, of course. You've helped me a lot during this time as well. As long as I make it into the inner sect, if there's anything I can help you with, I definitely won't refuse. Disciple Wang Yifan greets the elder. And Disciple Zhu Fang greets the elder.
Alright, you may go.
Disciple takes his leave. There are only 3 months left before the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm trial. But I still have less than 150 contribution points. I'm still more than halfway short of the 500 contribution points needed for a chance to enter the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. It's tough, even at midnight. If you rely solely on the 7-star linked sword, it will still be difficult for you to make it through the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. You came here this time. Is it because you want to pick a martial arts manual from the library? Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. So I want to go to the library to choose a martial art that suits me, to improve my strength. However, outer sect disciples can only choose from Huangji low-level and mid-level martial arts. Huangji high-level, top-level, and earth-level low-grade martial arts require 500, 800, and 1,200 contribution points to exchange, respectively. Are you planning to exchange for a 5G or pick a Huangji low-level technique? Or do you want to go straight for Wuji 4th level and choose the Huangji Ultimate Wuji? Oh, that's fine too. There are quite a few powerful Huangji mid-level martial arts. Follow me. The Spirit Snake Fist, when mastered at the Huangji mid-level, allows your fist to move as nimbly as a spirit snake. Its attacks are strange and unpredictable. The attack style of this Spirit Snake Fist doesn't suit me. I'll pass. Sai, the Fierce Wind Palm. When mastered at the Huangji mid-level, the Fierce Wind Palm can unleash waves of scorching wind with a single strike. Its power is unmatched. The Qingyun Step, a Huangji mid-level movement technique. My internal cultivation method is a family-exclusive technique. The high-level Qingming Xuanyang art at the Huangji level. There's no need to change it for now. For movement techniques, I'll go with Qingyun Step. Once Qingyun Step is mastered, I can cover 100 meters in a single stride. Among Huangji mid-level movement techniques, it's considered quite outstanding. As for offensive techniques, in 3 months, I'll be entering the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. So I should choose the weapon that suits me best and can maximize my strength. This sword technique is actually a top-tier Huangji martial art. For this weapon to be classified at the highest level of Huangji weapons, it must have its own powerful qualities. Just because other disciples couldn't master it doesn't mean I can't. Besides, this weapon has quite a few similarities to the Mizang Fist I practiced in my previous life. Alright, I'll cultivate this sword technique. Lingchen, this phantom sword? It is indeed a top-tier Huangji martial art. But the difficulty of cultivating this sword technique is so high that it can almost rival a low-tier Xuangji martial art. Are you sure you want to choose this technique? Sai Lingchen, you haven't been in the sect for long, so you might not know. In the past, there were disciples in our sect who practiced this phantom sword. They cultivated it because it was a top-tier Huangji martial art. But in the end, they wasted a lot of time and energy and gained nothing. They then had to spend even more time cultivating other martial arts. And just because you mastered the 7-star linked sword doesn't mean you'll be able to master this phantom sword. I'm telling you all this just because I hope you'll give up on cultivating this martial art, so you don't repeat the same mistakes. Do you understand? Thank you for your concern, Elder. I understand what you're saying, but I also don't want to have any regrets. Besides, I'm confident I can master this sword technique. Sai, weren't all the disciples who practiced this sword technique before also full of confidence? Yet in the end, they still gained nothing. But, since you've made your choice, I won't say any more. The greatest strength of this illusory sword lies in its extremely fast attack speed, which leaves after images in the air. It makes it hard for the enemy to figure out where and when the real attack will actually appear. This is quite similar to the Misty Fist technique I practiced in my previous life. The perfected Qingyun Step, A single row is 100 meters. Right now, when I use King Yun's step, I can cover about 60 meters, which already puts me at the small city realm. But now, there are less than 3 months left before I enter the Tianluo Mountain secret realm, and I only have 133 contribution points. With my current strength, if I want to gather over 300 contribution points within 3 months, to gather over 300 contribution points, I'm afraid it's going to be difficult. Not to mention that entering the Tianluo Mountain secret realm itself requires extraordinary strength. But I can't worry about all that right now. The most urgent thing is to gather the remaining contribution points. Tomorrow morning I'll go to the mission hall to take on some tasks. Sigh, how did this happen? The little cauldron in my mind actually absorbed and burned up all of Pei Yuanye. Such rich and pure spiritual energy. In the past, when my previous self took a bottle of essence cultivation elixir, it would be completely refined after just 12 cycles of the great circulation. But the amount of spiritual energy released by the little cauldron wasn't much, yet it still took me 6 cycles of the great circulation to refine it. Spiritual energy this rich and pure could probably only be matched by the highest grade of essence cultivation elixir. The essence cultivation elixir purified by the little cauldron contains spiritual energy far richer than that of unpurified elixir. It's at least dozens of times more concentrated. In other words, after a bottle of low-grade essence cultivation elixir is purified by the little cauldron, its medicinal effect can at the very least rival that of a bottle of top-grade essence cultivation elixir. The little cauldron, in my mind, might have more than just this one ability. By this calculation, I can be considered as having half a foot in the 5th level of the body refining realm. Maybe, breaking through to the 5th level of the body refining realm tonight isn't entirely impossible. As far as I know, at my current cultivation stage, even for disciples with the best cultivation talent, it takes at least 1 or 2 months to advance by a single level. But I managed to advance 2 levels in just 3 days. If they found out about my cultivation speed, I wonder how shocked they'd be.
Second Grandpa, I don't want to practice this anymore, haha.
Haha, Yunair? I think the 7-star link sword is pretty good. Why do you want to practice it?
Second Grandpa, you've never practiced it yourself. Then you know this sword technique is good, but you don't know how hard it is to master. For the past half month, I've been practicing diligently every day, but I still haven't learned the 7th move. I even doubt whether it's possible to master the 7th move at all.
With your current cultivation level, you've already reached the early stage of the Tiangong realm. Your martial talent is far above the average person. I originally thought you should be able to comprehend the 7th move of the 7-star linked sword. But you don't need to be discouraged, little girl. Back in the day, I also practiced the 7-star linked sword, haha, but I got stuck at the 7th move for more than 3 months and just couldn't break through. So I switched to practicing other sword techniques instead.
What? Second Grandpa, you really practiced this sword technique and couldn't master it.
Ha ha ha, it's not exactly something to be proud of. Why would I lie to you, little girl?
Grandpa Lian, even you couldn't master it, and you still want me to practice it? Are you just trying to make fun of me?
Sigh, among sword techniques of the same level, the 7-star linked sword is quite powerful. That's why many disciples who practice swordsmanship choose to give it a try, but those who can master the 7th form are extremely rare indeed. I thought you, little girl, might be able to master it, so I wanted you to give it a try. Hey, but it's no big deal. If you can't master it, there will be sword techniques that suit you better.
I think no one can actually master this sword technique. It's just too difficult.
Ah, you little rascal. Just a few days ago, I saw an outer sect disciple at the peak of the 4th level of the body refinement realm. Not only did he master this sword technique, but he also used it to defeat 3 disciples whose cultivation was higher than his.
How is that possible? Even with my beginner-level Tiangong realm cultivation, I couldn't master it, yet he did it at the peak of the 4th level of body refinement, and even defeated 3 disciples whose cultivation was slightly higher.
Yes, although that kid's talent is average, he has a lot of perseverance. He's been practicing the 7-star Link Sword for over a year now. Just a few days ago, he finally managed to break through. But that kid came to me a few days ago to pick out the illusory sword. He's being a bit too ambitious. Although I don't know how he managed to master the 7th sword, I'm afraid luck played a part in it. Now he wants to practice the most difficult illusory sword. Hey, he's just asking for trouble. This could very well affect his future cultivation.
Grandpa, if he was able to master the 7-star Link Sword, maybe it's not impossible for him to master the illusory sword too.
What you said makes sense. With that kid's determination, it's not necessarily impossible for him to succeed. Some people, perhaps, are just born to take on tough challenges.
Hey, Grandpa! What's the name of this guy you're talking about?
His name is Lin Chen, ha ha ha. He's been a disciple of the Tianji sect for just over a year. He's still just an outer sect disciple. But I have a feeling he won't be limited to the outer sect. If he really manages to master the illusory sword, he'll definitely achieve something great in the future.
Oh, I see.
Yuan, go back and keep working hard on your cultivation. Even though you weren't able to master the 7-star linked sword, it's not a big deal. Your cultivation level is still a bit too low. I hope you can become one of the leading disciples of the younger generation in our Tianji sect.
Understood. Second Grandpa, I'll head to the market first. Second Grandpa, goodbye.
Ah, Yunair. If only you were willing to really focus on your cultivation with your talent and aptitude. I'm afraid your cultivation would have reached the late stage of the Tiangong realm by now. This girl. She's just too playful.
Young Master, our shop has chi gathering pills that are most suitable for body refining stage martial artists. We also have spirit chi pills, antidotes for emergencies during missions, golden wound medicine, heart guard pills to prevent inner demons. May I ask what kind of pills you need, young master?
Give me 10 chi gathering pills and martial power pills. I need 3 portions antidote pills and golden wound medicine.
All right, young master. The chi gathering pills are worth 60 lower grade spirit stones, the martial power pills are worth 100, and the antidote pills and golden wound medicine together are 20. Altogether, that's 180 lower grade spirit stones. Are you sure you want all of these, young master?
You won't be short on spirit stones, just go get them for me. Also, bring me 10 bottles of Origin Cultivation Liquid, and be quick about it.
10 bottles of Origin Cultivation Liquid. Young master, please wait a moment. I'll go get the pills for you right away.
Yes, these are the pills. Sai, how many spirit stones is it in total?
In total it's 205 lower grade spirit stones. Let's just say 200, and the remaining 5 are a complimentary gift from our shop to you, young master. We only hope that you will continue to purchase pills from our shop in the future.
There's still a long road ahead, so there will be more opportunities. The pills have already been purchased. Now all that's left is to go to the Sex Mission Hall, accept a task, and then head out to complete it and earn contribution points. As soon as he walked up to this stall, Lin Chen immediately sensed the small cauldron in his mind vibrating non-stop. It was precisely because of this broken sword in front of him. This broken sword. Hey, little brother, are you interested in this broken sword? What's the story behind it? Little brother, this broken sword actually has quite a background.
This sword piece! A brother of mine managed to get it out of an ancient ruin with great difficulty. This is a weapon once used by a mighty figure from ancient times.
An ancient ruin? It looks like an antique. How much for this sword piece?
You're straightforward, young man. I like people like you. This sword piece is absolutely one of a kind. If you miss this chance, you won't find another like it. This sword isn't expensive, just 300 lower grade spirit stones.
Do you take me for a 3-year-old? You think this broken sword is worth 300 lower grade spirit stones? If it weren't for an elder in my family who likes antiques, I wouldn't even take this thing if you gave it to me for free.
Hey, young man, wait! The price is negotiable. Don't go just yet.
All right, you name your price.
4 flowers.
I don't have time to waste here with you.
Ah, then 200 hey, even 100 is fine. Ha, I thought it was something special, but this broken sword is supposedly worth 300 lower grade spirit stones. Hey, young man, don't let yourself be fooled. That broken sword isn't worth a single koino one wants it. He's just trying to trick you. Young man, don't listen to them. This broken sword is actually a treasure, and I can see it's truly destined for you. I'll sell it to you for just 50 lower grade spirit stones.
All right, then 50 lower grade spirit stones it is.
What a spendthrift.
Wait! I want that broken sword.
Such powerful true energy, this girl is a Tiangong realm martial artist.
I want that broken sword. Name your price.
Name my price? Sorry, I really like this broken sword, so I can't sell it to you.
You just bought this broken sword for 50 lower grade spirit stones, right? I'll give you 200 lower grade spirit stones. Let me have this sword, what do you think? The price is negotiable. How about I add another 100?
Miss, I really like this broken sword. Even if you offered 3,000 lower grade spirit stones, not to mention 300, I still wouldn't sell it. Some things are priceless if they bring you joy.
3,000 lower grade spirit stones? You really do know how to ask for a lot. Since that's the case, I don't want this broken sword anymore. You can keep it for yourself. Judging by your appearance, you must be an outer disciple of the Tianji sect, right?
Ah, yes.
Since you're an outer disciple, do you happen to know someone named Lin Chen?
Why does this person know my name? He even seems quite interested in me. Sorry, I haven't heard of that name.
Makes sense. With so many outer disciples, just picking one at random and expecting them to know Lin Chen? That's just wishful thinking. Remember this. My name is Xu Lingyu. We might have the chance to meet again in the future.
Shui Lingyun. Laughter, I'll remember that name. Not only is she a genius, she's also a real beauty in the making. This time Lin Chen took on more than 10 tasks at the mission hall. For example, collecting the horns of the bloodthirsty iron bull can earn 12 contribution points. For example, picking a 50-year-old millennium flower can earn 10 contribution points. There are all kinds of tasks, but they all share one thing in common. They're very difficult. The Iron Bull is a level 2 advanced demon beast, equivalent to an early stage 6th level body refining martial artist. Killing it won't be that easy, I'm afraid. There's also the 50-year-old Millennium Flower. The task description makes it very clear that the Millennium Flower is located within the territory of the Black Armored Griffin. If I try to pick the Millennium Flower, I'll inevitably be attacked by the Black Armored Griffins. The Shoulder-Backed Rat is a level 2 mid-grade demon beast, equivalent to a late-stage 5th level body refining martial artist. Collecting the fur of this rat can earn 5 contribution points. Good thing my cultivation is broken through, otherwise killing this rat would have taken quite a bit of effort. a 50-year-old millennium flower. So far, out of 16 tasks, I've already completed 15, worth a total of 138 contribution points. The only pity is that I couldn't find the iron-absorbing ox. Otherwise, killing it would have earned me another 10 contribution points. Adding the 133 contribution points left by my previous self, my current total contribution is 271. I'm still 229 points short of the 500 contribution points needed to exchange for a chance to enter the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. There are still about 2 months left before the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm opens, so I should still have enough time to gather the remaining 229 contribution points. Xiaochuan, are you saying that Lin Chen refused to hand over the essence cultivation liquid and even injured you?
Yes, Brother Ma. That Lin Chen is really too arrogant. If we don't teach him a lesson, he really won't know his place.
So you came here because you want your brother to deal with Lin Chen? Ma Liang, who did you just say injured my younger brother? Brother Shan, I just found out that Xiaochuan ran into some trouble while collecting essence cultivation liquid in the outer sect. So that's what happened. Brother Shan, I still need to make a trip to the Molian Mountains, so I'll take my leave now. Alright, go ahead. Be careful. And don't get hurt before the Tianluo Mountain event. Thank you for the reminder, Brother Shan.
Brother, that guy named Lin Chen is really out of line. You have no idea how arrogant he was at the time. Not only did he injure me, but he also took 300 lower-grade spirit stones from me.
He injured you and even took 300 lower-grade spirit stones from you? Tell me the details.
Brother, here's what happened that day.
According to your description, Lin Chen's talent and aptitude are average, and his cultivation level is 2 stages lower than yours. If he's not a genius, then how did he manage to defeat you across levels?
Brother, I didn't expect it either. Lin Chen has mastered the 7-star linked sword technique.
What?
The 7-star linked sword is extremely difficult to cultivate. Very few people in the sect have managed to master it. Lin Chen, an outer sect disciple, actually managed to master it.
Xiaohuan, since he dared to injure you, we'll pay him back tenfold. How many people are you taking with you now? Teach that kid a lesson.
All right, brother, I'll go right away.
Don't worry. Since Lin Chen hurt you, I'll make sure you pay him back 10 or even 100 times over. But, Sai, you've really let me down. Your cultivation is already higher than Lin Chen's, and you even had 2 helpers, yet you were still beaten by him without being able to fight back at all.
Brother 3 Sai, I am truly at a loss for words.
Say no more. Starting tomorrow, take 2 people with you and go train in the Molian Mountains. When you return from the Molian Mountains, Xiaochuan, I hope to see a different you. Also, don't come looking for me for a while. I need to go into seclusion for some time.
Brother, are you about to finally break through?
Some time ago, while on a mission in the Molian Mountains, I killed a Tier 3 peak demon beast, and my Dantian loosened up a bit. Keep this stone safe. If you encounter danger, crush it.
Yes, brother? This is a crystal stone!
It's called a messaging stone. As the name suggests, it's used to send messages and notify others. The messaging stone comes in 2 pieces, the magnetic and the mother stone. If either piece is crushed, the other one will also shatter. Whoever holds the messaging stone will receive the message, and can use the broken stone in their hand to travel to the destination.
Out of a total of 28 tasks, I have successfully completed 10 of them so far. There are still 18 remaining to be finished.
A Tier 2 high-level demon beast, the iron-absorbing ox, came at just the right time. You ignore the path to heaven, but insist on barging into hell where there is no door? Last time I searched for you for half a month and couldn't find you. Now that I'm not looking, you show up. Perfect timing. My phantom sword has never found a suitable trial stone. Today, since I've encountered a Tier 2 high-level demon beast, I'll use you to test my phantom sword. The task only requires collecting the iron-absorbing ox's horns, but its hide and hooves can be sold at the market for spirit stones. Such rich spiritual energy, this is a century-old Jianglu grass. Jianglu grass is a primary ingredient in refining many elixirs, but it's extremely rare. A century-old Jianglu grass is even more uncommon. A Tier 2 peak-level demon beast, the black-scaled python. No wonder the Jianglu grass has remained here for so long without being picked. It's been guarded by this black-scaled python. This black-scaled python has such strong defenses. With my current strength, I'm probably still no match for the black-scaled python. What a truly fierce and incredibly powerful sword, Arano. That's not a mere sword aura at all. It's an ancient and formidable sword seal. Huh? There are 3 new sword seals inside my body. Could these sword seals be the ones Duan Jian released earlier? Lin Chen was fully aware of his gradual growth in strength. Even that Tier 2 top-grade demonic beast, the black-scaled python, was effortlessly slain by Jian Jin. Well, no point overthinking it. Mastering the sword seal is ultimately a good thing for me. Jian Jin is the manifestation of sword intent. By mastering the sword seal, it means I now have the possibility of comprehending sword intent. As expected, it's the inner core of the black-scaled python. However, usually only demonic beasts of Tier 3 or above are likely to have an inner core. This black-scaled python is just a Tier 2 top-grade demonic beast, yet unexpectedly, it also has an inner core. The inner core of a demonic beast is a valuable thing. It's the main ingredient for refining precious elixirs. Take this black-scaled python's inner core. For example, if I exchanged it for spirit stones, it would be worth no less than 500 lower-grade spirit stones. I should head to the market first and get rid of these demonic beast remains. Otherwise, carrying such a huge bundle around all day is really troublesome.
Ah! Lin Chen, the Molian mountain range is so vast, and yet we still ran into each other? Looks like it's fate you were destined to fall into my hands. Kid, you're dead for sure today.
Shao Chuan, is this the Lin Chen you were talking about? Early stage of body refining realm? 5th level? Doesn't seem like much to me.
Huh? Early stage of body refining realm? 5th level? That's definitely Lin Chen. Even if he turned to ashes, I'd still recognize him. Lin Chen, now that you've run into me today, do you really think you can just walk away unharmed?
What do you want?
If you truly want to leave this place, it's quite simple. You must hand over all your precious valuables, then calmly close your eyes and accept your inevitable fate. Otherwise, I will absolutely cripple your Dantian and irrevocably turn you into a complete and utter waste.
Li Chuan, you sure talk big. Let me make it clear to you, get out of my way right now. I can pretend I never heard what you just said. Don't say I didn't warn you. If I could beat you once, I can beat you a second time. Did you get kicked in the head by a donkey or something? You really don't know your own limits, daring to spout nonsense here.
Brother Cheng, Brother Wang, as long as you help me capture Lin Chen, I'm willing to give each of you 200 lower-grade spirit stones. We're all brothers here. How could we possibly take your spirit stones, Xiao Chuan? It's settled then.
Xiao Chuan, just wait a moment. We will have this kid completely under our control in no time. Laughter. Kid, don't blame us for being ruthless. You're the one who offended someone you shouldn't have. Flame slash.
Palm blade, indeed.
You two really don't know what's good for you. This kid is really strong.
What kind of sword technique is that? If I hadn't been careful just now, I probably would have been hit by his sword. Brother Cheng, Brother Wang, aren't you going to attack? Lin Chen is only at the early stage of the 5th level of body refinement. Are you telling me you still can't handle him?
It seems that unless I teach you a lesson, you won't give up so easily. Ah, the immense power of gradual advance is truly formidable and quite remarkable. Lin Chen swept his consciousness over the 2 storage rings. Inside, there were nearly 200 lower-grade spirit stones, 3 spirit essence pills, and 10 bottles of essence cultivation liquid.
Screams. Lin Chen, don't come any closer!
Now, do you still want to cripple my Dantian?
What exactly will it truly take for you to finally let me go from here?
Hand over your storage ring, and also, shut off your spiritual field.
That's absolutely impossible. My big brother, who is very wise, told me that if I ever ran into any serious trouble I truly couldn't handle on my own, I should immediately crush the communication stone. I've already crushed the communication stone, so someone important should definitely be here very soon to help me. But right now, I need to stall Lin Chen and buy time until that person arrives. Lin Chen, you can't do this. You should know, my brother is an inner disciple of the Tianji sect. He's at the peak of the 9th level of the body refining realm. If you dare do anything to me, he will never let you off.
If he doesn't want to regret it, then let him come. Such powerful sword energy. Xiao Chua, so it was you. I thought it was some other brother who crushed the message stone.
Brother Ma, I was the one who crushed the message stone. This guy is Lin Chen. He injured those 2 brothers and even threatened me to hand over my storage ring, or else he'd cripple my Dantian. Brother Ma, you have to avenge me!
So this guy is Lin Chen. At the early stage of body refining level 5, you were able to unleash such intense sword energy and injure 2 warriors at body refining level 6? You've got some nerve, kid, daring to hurt my brothers. And who are you?
You don't even know Brother Ma's actual full name?
Lin Chen, let me tell you, this is Brother Ma Liang, at the peak of body refining level 7, ranked 9th among the top 10 outer sect disciples, and his stacked mountain sword technique is renowned. If you know what's good for you, hand over everything you have and break one of your own arms. The peak of body refining level 7? If you're scared, then hurry up and hand over your belongings. As long as you satisfy me, I can let you go. Phantom Sword? I didn't expect this kid to actually master the Phantom Sword. This kid does have some skills. I didn't expect Ma Liang's eyesight to be so sharp, finding the real attack among the sword shadows so quickly. How is that possible? What sword technique is this kid using? Such a powerful aura, and he actually dared to injure me? Kid, you're looking for death. Kid, you've angered me. It's too late to regret it now. Ha! I'm at the peak of the Qingyun division, and this kid is only at the early stage of the 5th level of body refinement, yet he managed to injure me? If he grows stronger, I'll be even less of a match for him. I have to take this chance. If I don't kill him, I must at least cripple him. This isn't going to work if we keep fighting like this. Ma Liang's cultivation is far higher than mine. If this goes on, I'll either be killed or seriously injured. I need to find a way to get out of here. If I swallow this demon beast's inner core, my cultivation will definitely improve, but the lingering beastly nature inside the core is no joke. It's extremely dangerous. Huh? Break through it? With my current strength, I might actually be stronger than if I had spent years cultivating to break through. This is the beastly influence from the inner core. I have to get out of here quickly. Breaking through 2 realms in a row? Did you just eat a demon beast's inner core? That's insane! You're basically asking for death. A talented person is not meant to remain in obscurity. Ah! Brother Ma, what do we do now? You're still asking me what to do? If it weren't for you, how on earth would I have lost so much face? No one is to speak a single word about what transpired here today. Li Chuan, you can tell Nige about this, but only him. This Lin Chen is trouble. The grudge has already been formed. We have to find a way to resolve it. What a terrifying beastly nature from the demon beast. If my soul power hadn't become much stronger than before, I'm afraid that in just this short moment, the beastly nature inside me would have already assimilated me. The inner core is the essence of a demon beast, containing the lingering will of the beast. Demon beasts are murderous and extremely ferocious. These lingering wills are referred to by martial artists as the beastly nature of demon beasts. Sword intent is ethereal, capable of cutting down all evil in the world. Sword domain is the initial form of sword intent, and it truly does have a suppressive effect on the beastly will left in the demon beast's inner core. However, without a powerful soul force to control it, ordinary people would never dare to use the sword domain to eradicate the will of the demon beast. The beast's will might end up crippling the person before it even has any effect on them. It's recommended to just cripple the person first. I never expected that the little cauldron, after attracting the residual will of the black-scaled python, could actually transform it into spiritual energy, devouring the black-scaled python's inner core, and allowing my cultivation to leap directly from the early stage to the late stage of the 5th layer of body refinement. Now, this spiritual energy might even allow my cultivation to break through once more. Although devouring the black-scaled python's inner core allowed Lin Chen's cultivation to break through, it also nearly cost him his life. The stronger the demon beast, the more concentrated the essence within its inner core, and the fiercer its beastly nature. This time, the black-scaled python inner core that Lin Chen devoured belonged to a top-tier level 2 demon beast. If it had been a level 3 demon beast, he probably wouldn't have been able to handle it. Unless absolutely necessary, it's best not to directly consume a demon beast's inner core. After absorbing the spiritual energy emitted by the small cauldron, the true qi within Lin Chen's body circulated slowly, completing one full cycle after another. Now that he had ample time, Lin Chen refined it with great care, and even took the opportunity to further purify the true qi he had previously refined and transformed. Peak of the 5th layer of the body refining realm. I didn't expect that this time, misfortune would turn into a blessing, and my cultivation would improve so much all at once. Ma Liang, Li Chuan, and Li Chuan's older brother, Li Shan, Lin Chen, will remember what happened this time. Although I didn't suffer any losses, the grudge has already been formed. Even if I wanted to let it go, the other side wouldn't just let things rest. Besides, I have no intention of letting it go. If you provoke me, Lin Chen, I don't care if you're one of the top 10 outer sect experts or an elite inner sect disciple, you'll all have to pay the price. A truly demonic beast, perhaps? I wonder. This is a mid-grade storage spirit ring. I didn't expect that the little violent bear would actually have a storage spirit ring, and not just any ring, but a priceless mid-grade one. The storage spirit ring, like that ring, is a spatial ring used to store items, but compared to that ring, the storage spirit ring is countless times more powerful. The internal space of the storage spirit ring is much larger, allowing it to hold far more items, and its materials are also much more precious. To forge a storage spirit ring, not only are extremely rare materials required, but also an experienced array master. Even so, the chances of successfully forging a storage spirit ring are still quite low. This kind of item, which is extremely important to martial artists, and incredibly rare and precious, is naturally of extraordinary value. A single low-grade storage spirit ring would probably cost a small clan everything they have to afford just one. Are you planning to use this storage spirit ring as a trade to buy your life? I didn't expect this little berserk bear could actually understand human speech. Alright, I'll take this storage spirit ring. As part of the deal, I'll heal your injuries. Little one, just lie still and don't move. Let me check your wounds first. There were 3 sharp arrows stuck in the little berserk bear's back, each one deeply embedded in its flesh. These 3 arrows were clearly coated with deadly poison. A large patch of flesh on the little berserk bear's back had already turned a purplish black. Besides that, it also had multiple knife and sword wounds all over its body, its flesh torn open, truly horrific. With injuries like these, if it were a human, they would have been dead beyond any hope of survival. The little berserk bear has managed to hold on until now, but if it isn't treated, it will undoubtedly die as well. Now, I'm going to pull out these 3 arrows. The process might be a bit painful. Such dense spiritual energy, could this be a mid-grade spirit stone? Spirit stones are formed within underground spiritual veins and are classified as low-grade, mid-grade, high-grade, and supreme grade based on the concentration of natural spiritual energy they contain. They can be used for trade or cultivation. In the past, Lin Chen rarely used low-grade spirit stones for cultivation because they weren't as cost-effective as using pills. But mid-grade spirit stones are a different story. The natural spiritual energy within a mid-grade spirit stone is dozens of times greater than that of a low-grade spirit stone. It's incredibly rich. Cultivating with mid-grade spirit stones yields twice the results with half the effort. Lin Chen made an estimate. The mid-grade spirit stones inside were almost if converted to low-grade spirit stones at a ratio of 1 to 100 equivalent to 30,000 low-grade spirit stones in total. 30,000 low-grade spirit stones are enough to cover the expenses of a small clan for half a year. It's an absolute fortune. What's more, mid-grade spirit stones are already rare, so if you were to truly exchange them, they'd be worth far more than 30,000 low-grade spirit stones. With such wealth exposed, this secret must be kept hidden. Until I have enough strength, I can't let this be revealed. The ancient bronze body refinement technique is a low-tier Schwan-level cultivation method divided into 4 stages. The first stage, copper immersion body tempering. The second stage, ancient copper body protection. The third stage, rebirth of aged copper. The fourth stage, ancient copper golden body. Note, practicing the ancient bronze body refinement technique together with ancient bronze essence can yield twice the results with half the effort. When the low-tier Schwan-level technique, ancient bronze body refinement, is practiced in conjunction with ancient bronze essence, it can produce twice the effect with half the effort. However, not only is this ancient bronze essence expensive, but it is also extremely rare. Sigh, it's a pity I don't have any body tempering pills on me. In my previous life, My martial arts cultivation was all about constantly pushing my limits and challenging myself, eventually mastering various martial arts techniques. Now, even though I don't have any pills to assist me, I can still use this waterfall to practice the ancient bronze body refinement technique. After 5 days of effort, I finally mastered the second stage, ancient copper body protection. Little guy, are you trying to get me to follow you? If you want me to follow you, is it for something good? If it's something good, nod your head. All right, but let me be clear. First, I don't have time to waste here. At most, I'll give you 2 hours. If I don't see this good thing you mentioned within 2 hours, I'll leave. Ah, Emperor Flame Milk. This truly is an incredibly rare and exceptionally precious treasure, a legendary item that is seldom encountered in a lifetime. To stumble upon such a magnificent and valuable find is an extraordinary stroke of luck. Now that I have indeed come across this unparalleled treasure, I absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, allow it to slip away from my grasp. It must be mine. But if I want to get the Emperor Flame Milk, I'll have to get past the underground demon scorpions first. These 2 underground demon scorpions are low-tier level 3 magical beasts. With my strength, I could kill one of them if I spend some time on it. But facing both at the same time, I'm afraid I wouldn't stand a chance. Little guy, looks like you want the Emperor Flame Milk too. Sigh, but those 2 underground demon scorpions aren't pushovers either. If we want to get the Emperor Flame Milk, we have to take down those 2 underground demon scorpions first. I have a way to kill these 2 underground demon scorpions. When the fight starts, you hold one of them off, and I'll take out the other as quickly as possible. As long as we take down one of them, the other won't be a threat anymore. Since we are working together on this endeavor, let us discuss how to precisely split the valuable Emperor Flame Milk after the upcoming battle. I will undoubtedly be the primary force, so I believe I should take 60%. And you will receive 40%. How does that sound to you? The 6th level of the Body Refining Realm, I've finally broken through. The 6th level of the Body Refining Realm is the Blood Refining stage. The true energy inside my body, both in quality and quantity, is much greater than at the 5th level. Heavens, so many beast material show. Did this kid manage that? Did I see that right? This kid is only at the early stage of the 6th level of the Body Refining Realm, and judging by his aura, it seems he just broke through not long ago. Young Master, are you sure you want to sell everything? Yes, sell everything. Alright, please kindly wait for just a brief moment, young Master. 3 stalks of baling grass, worth 56 low-grade spirit stones. Ironback bull hide. Oh, this hide is very well. Preserver that say 80 low-grade spirit stones. Ah, these are the stingers of the Demo Scorpion. Young Master, you're impressive. These 2 Demo Scorpion stingers still have venom on them, which means it hasn't been dead for more than 10 days.
The Demo Scorpion is a 3rd-grade demonic beast, extremely ferocious, and usually only found deep within the Molan Mountains. Even a 7th-level body-refining martial artist would have a hard time killing one. Yet you, at just the early stage of the 6th level, managed to slay 2 Demo Scorpions?
That's right. At the time, I was at the peak of the 5th level of body refining, and it was indeed a tough fight with them like walking on the edge of a blade. Ah, it was you?
I thought you looked familiar just now, so it was you. In just 2 months, you advanced an entire realm, and at the peak of the 5th level of body refining, you killed 2 Demo Scorpions. With such astonishing talent, yet remaining unknown among the outer disciples, I bet he plans to make a name for himself in the Yantian Luotian secret realm. Meeting twice must be fate. I'd like to invite you to a meal, junior brother. Would you do me the honor?
How could I refuse an invitation from senior sister? But how could I let senior sister pay? All right, why don't I treat you instead, as an apology for what happened last time? Ah, that will be a total of 3,200 low-grade spirit stones. May I ask if you need any medicinal pills, sir?
It's not even noon yet, so it's a bit early for lunch. Why don't you buy some pills first, junior brother?
Oh, then I'll trouble you to wait a moment, senior sister. Ah, sir, our shop has recently added 2 new types of pills, mid-grade chi gathering pills and body tempering pills. You even have mid-grade chi gathering pills here? Pills are divided into 4 grades: low, medium, high, and supreme. The chi gathering pills I took before dawn were the lowest grade, suitable for martial artists from the 1st to the 5th level of the body refining realm. Now that my cultivation has broken through to the 6th level of the body refining realm, it's best to use mid-grade chi gathering pills for training. Ah, these were also just recently refined. May I ask how many you need, sir? How many do you have here? Mid-grade chi gathering pills are much harder to refine than ordinary pills. So for now, we only have 3 bottles available. 1 bottle costs 1,000 low-grade spirit stones. Each bottle of chi gathering pills contains 10 pills. So, on average, each mid-grade chi gathering pill costs 100 low-grade spirit stones, undeniably expensive. But when Ling Chen thought about it, it made sense. The higher the quality of the pill, the harder it is to refine. Furnace explosion. It's not uncommon for pills to be destroyed and people to die in the process. Therefore, the more difficult the pill is to refine, the more expensive it naturally becomes. I'll take all of these. By the way, what exactly is this body tempering pill? Certainly, young master. Ah, young master, you must be familiar with body tempering ointment, right? The body tempering pill has the same effect as the body tempering ointment. Both can enhance a martial artist's physical constitution. However, the effect of the body tempering pill is at least several times stronger than that of the body tempering ointment. But refining this body tempering pill is extremely difficult. Our shop currently has only 1 in stock. How many spirit stones does this body tempering pill cost? To be honest, young master, we used many precious materials to refine this body tempering pill. It costs 1,800 lower grade spirit stones, not a single one less. All right, I'll take it. Manager, please get me 10 more bottles of body tempering ointment. Ah, the life of the wealthy really is nice, spending money so freely.
For a genius disciple like you, earning spirit stones isn't hard at all. Oh, by the way, I know there's a Baoqing restaurant up ahead that's quite good. Why don't we go try it out?
If it comes so highly recommended by you, senior sister, the food there must be excellent. To be honest, I am Lin Chen. I hope you can forgive me, senior sister.
It's only human nature. I was the one being presumptuous with my question. If I were in your place, I wouldn't have done any better. I am Shu Lingyun, an inner disciple of the Heavenly Tribulation sect.
Oh, so it's Senior Sister Shu. Senior Sister Shu, you've already broken through to the Sky Gang realm at such a young age. Your future is limitless.
Junior brother Lin is the real genius here. If I remember correctly, 2 months ago you were only at the early stage of the 5th level of body refining, and now you should be at the early stage of the 6th level. Compared to your rapid progress, I truly pale in comparison.
You're too modest, senior sister. Even just among the talented disciples of the Southern Yan region, there are many who are stronger than us. Besides, the Southern Yan region is just one small part of the Tianling continent. We should work even harder. By the way, there's something else, senior sister. May I ask what you wanted to see me about last time?
That actually has to do with your mastery of the 7-star linked sword. I've practiced the 7-star linked sword as well, but my talent in martial arts isn't as good as yours, junior brother. I trained for half a month, but I was never able to master the 7th move. At first, I thought no one could ever master the 7th move, Around that time, I went to the library pavilion. The second elder who guards the library pavilion told me that an outer sect disciple named Lin Chen not only mastered the technique, but also used this sword style to defeat disciples with higher cultivation than his own. After months of hard training, although I managed to learn the 7th move, I am still quite far from mastering it. I came to find you, junior brother, to ask for your advice regarding the 7th move of the 7-star linked sword.
Yes, the 7-star linked sword consists of 7 moves, each connected to the next, allowing for a seamless flow when performed. Its essence lies in 2 words, speed and precision. As long as you achieve these 2 points, reaching mastery is only a matter of time.
I see. Inner thoughts. Junior brother, your martial arts talent is truly impressive. No wonder you chose to practice the even more challenging illusory sword.
With my talent, I might stand out here, but once I leave this place, it won't count for much.
Second brother, are you still troubled by the matter of the elixirs?
No matter how good the elixirs are, they can't compare to innate talent. Do you all still remember the battle between Tan Faipeng and Xu Lei half a year ago?
Of course I remember that. Xu Lei is the core disciple of Kanglong Valley, and Tan Faipeng is the core disciple of Chunyang sect. Although their fight ended in a draw, it made both of them famous throughout Yan'an City.
The 5 great sects of the Yan'an region are Tianji sect, Chunyang sect, Kanglong Valley, Qiyun sect, and Wushuang Hall. These 5 great sects have countless disciples and many talented ones, but there are very few who truly stand out and are remembered by all the martial artists of the Yan'an region. Tan Faipeng of Chunyang sect and Xu Lei, the genius disciple of Kanglong Valley, are 2 of them. You're right. But the real point is, after their great battle, both of them gained new insights. Tan Faipeng's great rock technique was perfected in one go, and his strength is now comparable to that of a true Dao realm martial artist. Brother, is this information reliable? The great rock technique that Tan Faipeng cultivates is a top-tier, Xuan-level martial art. If he has mastered it, doesn't that make him the strongest among the younger generation in Yan'an region? Laughs. Would I use something like this to fool you? Whether Tan Faipeng is truly the #1 among the younger generation, I can't say. Because after that battle, Xu Lei also had some insights, and broke through from the peak of the Tiangong realm to the true Dao realm. Although Tan Faipeng has mastered the top-tier Xuan-level Great Rock technique, such martial arts are extremely rare and precious, and ordinary martial artists have no access to them. They don't really understand just how difficult it is to cultivate a top-tier Xuan-level martial art. But it's a different story when Xu Lei breaks through to the true Dao realm. These martial artists train hard every day and know very well that the higher your cultivation, the harder it is to break through bottlenecks. Now, as soon as they heard that Xu Lei had broken through, the whole place erupted.
Junior brother, you don't seem very interested in the geniuses of our Yan'an City.
You guys aren't paying much attention either, are you?
I'm different. My cultivation is already at the early stage of the Tiangang realm, maybe just a bit behind Tan Faipeng. I'm envious.
Lin Chen advanced from the late stage of the 4th level of the body refining realm to the early stage of the 6th level in less than 3 months. If it were Xu Lei, he couldn't even come close. What's more, the mist emitted by the small cauldron in his mind is constantly nourishing his brain domain. It can be said that, as time goes by, his martial arts talent will reach an astonishing level. Ah, brother Hey Mage, I just saw Lin Chen return to the sect with senior sister Shu. Go arrange for 2 people to bring that kid over. But brother, senior sister Shuei returned to the sect together with Lin Chen. Is it really appropriate for us to send people after Lin Chen right now? Senior sister Shu? Which senior sister Shu? It's that genius disciple, senior sister Shuei Lingyun. Shuei Lingyun? How did Lin Chen end up together with Shuei Lingyun? Brother Mage, I just saw them too, and it looked like the 2 of them were getting along pretty well, almost like old friends. Old friends? How could that possibly even be? 2 don't know what's going on either. Hey, brother Maj, what should we do now? No worries. So what if he's gotten close to Shui Lingyan? If the underhanded way doesn't work, we'll just go at it openly. Brother, are you all right? How is it that we have the same parents but you're just so clueless? Hasn't Lin Chen been doing missions all this time to earn contribution points? In half a month, it'll be time to enter the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. He'll definitely take part. When the time comes, you guys can take him out in the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm and get rid of any future trouble. Great idea! Alright, Brother Shan, I'll go find someone else to help. As long as Lin Chen enters the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm, he won't be coming out again. This body tempering pill is just right for cultivating the ancient bronze body technique. But I'm not sure if this pill will let me break through to the 3rd level. If I can advance to the 3rd level, I'll have a much better chance of entering the inner sect. As one of the 5 great sects of the Yan'an region, the Heavenly Extreme sect has a vast number of disciples. Among them, there are bound to be disciples like Lin Chen, who hide their true strength, hoping to make a name for themselves in the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. And it's important to know that, according to past rewards, only disciples who successfully pass through the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm can enter the inner sect. But how easy is it to actually make it through the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm? The Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm is fraught with difficulties and every step is a struggle. Without formidable strength, it's simply impossible to make it through the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. However, the power of the ancient bronze body refinement technique is beyond doubt. If one can cultivate it to the 3rd level, the rebirth of the child, and possess the strength of 10,000 caddies in a single punch, then the chances of passing through the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm increase significantly.
What a fierce sword aura! This spacious courtyard should undoubtedly be Lin Chen's personal residence. Could it possibly be that this powerful sword aura was indeed released by him?
Although my sword aura can only emit 3 strands for now, it's much more refined compared to when I last fought Ma Liang. I just truly don't know how much I've truly and completely mastered at this particular point in time, to be perfectly honest with you. Who's there?
Junior brother, you have sharp ears. My Lingbo microstep has recently reached mastery, and when I move, the sound is almost imperceptible. Even martial artists of the same level as me would have a hard time noticing. I didn't expect you to notice so quickly. I originally came today to ask you for advice on the 7-star linked sword. As I was passing by your courtyard, I heard the sound of your sword practice and came in uninvited. I hope you don't mind, junior brother.
Thank you for visiting, senior sister. Your presence brings honor to my humble abode. How could I possibly mind?
What powerful sword energy! I wonder what sword technique you are practicing, junior brother, to possess such might.
I've made a fool of myself in front of you, senior sister. I've recently gained some insight into swordsmanship. What I just performed was the progressive attack.
Ha 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 ah! Progressive, you've actually grasped the progressive technique.
Sword intent is ethereal. Among 10,000, only one may comprehend it. As the initial form of sword intent, grasping progressive is just as difficult as comprehending sword intent itself. More importantly, understanding progressive means that Lin Chen has a great chance of comprehending sword intent in the future.
In nearly 300 years, our Yan'an city has never produced a genius capable of grasping progressive. Junior brother, you have such an incredible talent. Come over and give it a try. Let's see how much of the progressive technique you've comprehended.
All right then, that sounds really good.
Junior brother, you attack first.
Martial artists at the Tiangong realm have abundant true energy within their bodies, which they can release outside. Those with weaker control can only transform their true energy into small objects, while those with stronger control can shape it into weapons or protective barriers. Be careful.
Amazing, you've actually mastered 30% of the progressive technique.
Senior sister, you let me win. Thank you, senior sister. If it weren't for your sword strike, I probably wouldn't have been able to grasp 50% of the progressive technique so quickly.
50%. Just now, you gained an even deeper understanding of the progressive technique and mastered 50% of it. With such extraordinary talent, junior brother, if you receive focused training from the sect, your future achievements will be limitless.
Ah, thank you for your kind offer, senior sister, but I still need to walk my own path. I also hope you can keep this secret for me, senior sister. Ha ha ha. Ever since the illusory sword technique was passed down, very few disciples have managed to master it, and those who have are all geniuses among geniuses. Lin Chen, it's not too late for you to switch to another martial art now. Go inside and pick out another sword technique. Thank you for your kindness, Elder. The illusory sword technique is indeed difficult to master, but its power is quite impressive as well. I do not intend to switch to another martial art. Huang, senior brother Huang, who do you think will take first place in this trip to the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm? Keep your voice down, this is the library pavilion. If nothing unexpected happens, it will definitely be our #1 outer disciple, senior brother Yuan Fei Yuan. I heard that senior brother Yuan is currently in seclusion. I wonder if he's trying to break through his cultivation or working on his martial arts. Senior brother Yuan?
Senior brother Huang is right.
Senior brother Yuan is now at the peak of the 8th level of the body refining realm. If he breaks through to the 9th level, I'm afraid even the 2 senior brothers' pay won't be a match for him. Yuan Fei, the #1 outer disciple, at the peak of the 8th level of the body refining realm. He had killed several bandits at the 9th level of the body training realm and was extremely powerful. As for senior brother Pei, he is Pei Liangping, who is ranked 2nd in the outer sect. His cultivation is also at the peak of the 8th level of the body training realm. However, in terms of strength, he is not as good as Yuan Fei. Lin Chen, we are only a few days away from breaking into the secret realm of Tianluo Mountain. Are you sure? I think changing swords should be enough to deal with it.
Lin Chen, listen!
Huh? It turned out to be Brother Li and Brother Ma. I wonder what you two think. I don't deserve your wise advice. I just want to exchange ideas with Junior Brother Lin. What do you think, Junior Brother Lin? Huh? Just a competition?
Yes, Lin Chen, you escaped from Brother Ma last time, and I want to see how you can escape this time. Some time ago in the Molian Mountains, if Lin Chen had not swallowed the inner elixir with his strength, how could he have hurt Ma Ge, let alone force Ma Ge back with a sword and escape from Ma Ge's hands?
Yes, it's just a competition. If you win, I will give you a bottle of medium-grade Qi gathering pill. The sex forbidden area, where we fought and killed everyone. Besides, if someone gets hurt during the fight and the elders blame us, who among us will take responsibility?
Don't worry about that. We're sparring according to the sex rules. The elders won't interfere. If you get hurt, I'll give you a bottle of healing medicine.
Ah, since that's the case, shall I, Li, fight you here in Hexi?
If you want to fight, then let's fight.
Alright, let's have a spar right here. What a powerful aura. It seems Senior Brother Ma has made another breakthrough in his swordsmanship.
Senior Brother Ma is incredibly strong and powerful, yet Lin Chen actually managed to escape from his formidable grasp. He's truly an extraordinary and remarkably unique person.
How is this even truly possible, really? He actually took my strike head-on with his body.
Ling Yan, what are you doing? You won't let me cultivate, and now you're taking me somewhere? Where are we going? We're going to the outer sect. Huh? Why are we going to the outer sect? We're going to the outer sect so you can meet an outer disciple. What? Ling Yan, are you okay? I was in the middle of cultivating, and you dragged me out just to meet an outer disciple? If it were just an ordinary disciple, it definitely wouldn't be worth your time. But the person I'm taking you to meet is no ordinary outer disciple even. I was amazed when I met him. Really? Yes. Not only that, compared to this junior brother, the only advantage we have is that we've cultivated a bit longer and are slightly stronger. Ling Yan, if there really was such a disciple in the outer sect, wouldn't the whole sect know about it? I think you must be mistaken. You'll understand once you see for yourself. Huh? Why are so many people gathered here? His body refinement technique is quite impressive. that attacking disciple's strength should be comparable to the early stage of the 8th level of body refinement, but his 2 consecutive attacks were both blocked by this person. Lingyan, is the outer disciple you mentioned him? Just keep watching.
Kiju strike! Unleash the powerful attack! Lin Chen, you forced me into this. I had originally planned to unleash this powerful move within the mysterious Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. However, now that you are actively seeking your own demise, you truly have no one else to blame for your inevitable fate.
What a genius! This junior is only at the early stage of the 6th level of body refinement, yet he's cultivated his body refinement technique to such a degree. Awesome, I admire you! As far as I know, he is good at swordsmanship, and he has only been practicing the bodybuilding exercises for less than a month. What? 1 month? He has practiced the body refining technique to the point where he can severely injure a 7th level body refining cultivator with a single punch? If that's the case, then how powerful is his swordsmanship? Lingyan, what's his name? Lin Chen. Alright, I'll remember his name. When I get back, I'll recommend him to my master. A genius with such extraordinary talent if he's left out there. It would be a real shame. Don't. He needs to walk his own path. We shouldn't interfere. Then why did you ask me to come here? I brought you here to make friends with him, not to hold him back. So you won't regret it in the future. You mean his incredible talent?
Lin Chen, please don't come any closer to me. I'm warning you. Stay back.
Huh? A messenger? This Li Chuan is really shameless. They were the ones who suggested the sparring, and now that they can't win, they want to call for help to deal with Lin Chen. Lin Chen, don't get cocky. I'm telling you, my brother is a Tiangong level martial artist, and he'll be here any minute. If you dare do anything to me, I guarantee you'll regret it for the rest of your life.
Ah, brother, you're finally here. He's Lin Chen, brother. Hurry up and teach him a lesson.
Outrageous. Kid, you've truly got some incredible nerve, haven't you? We explicitly agreed to spar according to the sect's established and honorable rules, but you went so incredibly hard on him, with such undeniably malicious and deeply harmful intent. If I don't properly discipline you a little bit right now, you'll undoubtedly be completely out of control in the future, causing even more significant trouble.
Lin Chen, let me introduce you to a genius. This is Senior Sister Ao Xing.
Hello, Senior Sister Ao.
If you're Ling Yan's friend, then you're my friend too. Since we're friends, there's no need for formalities. Just call me Ao Xin from now on.
This is a bottle of mid-grade Qi gathering pills. Please accept it, Brother Lin. Although Li Shan hasn't been in the inner sect for long, he knows very well what happens if you offend Shui Lingyan and Ocean. If he were to incur their displeasure, he probably wouldn't even need them to take action themselves, just their dissatisfaction would be enough to have a large number of inner sect disciples come after him. You have to understand, in the inner sect, there are countless talented disciples pursuing these 2 women. If Li Shan were to offend Shui Lingyun and Ao Xin, these geniuses would have no qualms about playing the role of a gallant protector to show off. Yuan Fei was born into a prestigious family as the legitimate son, and joined the Tianji sect at the age of 14. In just 1 year, he broke through from the 7th level of the body refining realm to the peak of the 8th level, making him one of the most promising genius disciples in the outer sect of the Tianji sect. So, how did things go? Brother Fei, I found out that 3 months ago, Lin Chen was just an unknown outer sect disciple. At that time, his cultivation was only at the late stage of the 4th level of the body refining realm. Then for some reason, he suddenly had a breakthrough. Not only did his personality change, but his talent instantly became extraordinary as well. In less than 3 months, he cultivated from the late stage of the 4th level of the body refining realm to the early stage of the 6th level. Less than 3 months. Please, go on. Yes, Brother Fei? Besides that, it's rumored that Lin Chen has mastered both the 7-star linked sword and the phantom sword techniques. Even the body refining technique he used in his battle with Ma Liang was something he only started practicing in the past month. 7-star linked sword, phantom sword, body refining technique. Alright, that's... You should go cultivate as well. Interesting. Interesting. In just 3 months, he broke through to the 6th level of the body refining realm, mastered the 7-star linked sword and the phantom sword, and even reached a certain level in body refining techniques. With such cultivation speed, probably not even the top 10 inner sect disciples can compare. After this period of cultivation, Lin Chen discovered that the higher the grade of the pill, the longer it takes for the small cauldron to refine it. Taking advantage of the time while the small cauldron was refining the pills, Lin Chen simply used the mid-grade spirit stones to cultivate. The true qi in his body circulated bit by bit according to the Qingming Xuanyang technique, slowly absorbing the spiritual energy of heaven and earth from the mid-grade spirit stones. The spiritual energy within these mid-grade spirit stones was extremely vast and dense. Lin Chen didn't dare to absorb it all at once, so he carefully controlled the speed, absorbing it little by little. The true qi circulated through Lin Chen's body in a grand cycle again and again. As time went by, the true qi within Lin Chen grew increasingly abundant, faintly showing signs of approaching a bottleneck. After several days of intense cultivation, the true qi in his body had finally increased significantly. Compared to the top 10 outer sect disciples, Lin Chen's biggest weakness was that his cultivation level was lower than theirs, and with a lower cultivation, the amount of true qi in his body was naturally much less as well. Because of this, it was quite disadvantageous for Lin Chen to venture into the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. After all, in the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm, not only would he have to compete with other disciples, but he would also have to face a vast number of puppets with varying levels of strength. Now that the true qi in his body had increased even a little, this disadvantage was also reduced by a bit. Over the past few days, he had been taking mid-grade qi-gathering pills to cultivate at night and practicing sword techniques during the day. As his true qi increased, he also became more proficient with his swordsmanship, especially his sword techniques. Through these days of intense training, Lin Chen had already concealed his sword techniques within his swordsmanship. Ordinary martial artists would not be able to tell that Lin Chen had mastered sword techniques. As time passed, the news that the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm would open finally spread from the Tianji Hall of the Tianji sect. All outer sect disciples who have accumulated 500 contribution points are eligible to participate in this round of the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm Challenge. Moreover, the rewards for this Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm Challenge are quite generous. The top 10 participants will not only be allowed to enter the inner sect's library to study a martial technique, but will also receive cultivation-aiding pills refined by the Tianji sect. Those who rank outside the top 10, however, will not receive these rewards. Upon hearing this news, the entire outer sect was instantly abuzz with excitement. Every disciple seemed as if they had been injected with adrenaline, all eager to compete for a spot in the top 10 of this Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm Challenge. That Lin Chen will definitely participate in the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm tomorrows, no doubt about it. For months, Lin Chen has been struggling to earn contribution points precisely so he could enter the inner sect by passing the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. There's no way he would miss this opportunity. Brother Ye, you're ranked 7th in the outer sect and possess great strength. As long as we join forces, dealing with Lin Chen will be no trouble at all. This handsome young man was none other than Ye Mingjun, the 7th-ranked disciple of the outer sect. His cultivation was at the early stage of the 8th level of the body refining realm, and a faint murderous aura emanated from him on aura that only those who have faced life and death situations and taken lives could possess. Brother Ma, Lin Chen is only at the early stage of the 6th level of the body refining realm, and you still want the two of us to join forces? Rest assured and leave this matter to me. When the time comes, just watch how I capture him.
If Ye Mingjun had said this a month ago, Ma Liang would have had no objections at all. But Lin Chen's strength had improved far too quickly. Therefore, to be on the safe side, Ma Liang insisted on dealing with Lin Chen together with Ye Mingjun. The Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm has existed since the founding of the Tianji sect. It was created by the first sect master of the Tianji sect, who used great magical powers to set up various restrictions on this mountain. Later, successive sect masters also inadvertently obtained many specimens from ancient ruins, which are essentially puppet figures, equivalent to martial artists from the 1st to the 9th level of the body refining realm. These puppet figures were placed in the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm, which is how the current Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm came to be. Everyone, today, marks the highly anticipated biannual challenge of the mysterious and ancient Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. This time, there are more than 300 dedicated disciples eagerly participating in this grand event. Now, I will proceed to clearly announce the comprehensive rules and the valuable rewards that await the victors. The Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm will be open for 2 hours. After 2 hours, the exit to the Secret Realm will open. At that time, rankings will be determined according to the order in which the disciples exit. This time, there are 10 spots in the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. The top 10 not only advance to become inner disciples, but also receive medicinal pills and the right to select secret manuals from the library. However, the rewards will vary slightly depending on the ranking. First place will receive a Supreme Grade Earth Spirit Pill. Second place will receive a High Grade Earth Spirit Pill. Third place will receive a Mid-Grade Earth Spirit Pill. The first place winner can enter the library and select a low-level Xuan rank martial technique for free. As for the second place, although they can also select a low-level Xuan rank martial technique, they must pay 1/3 of the contribution points required for that technique. As for the third place, they need to pay half of the contribution points for that martial technique. In addition, the 7 disciples who rank 4th to 10th will each receive a low-grade Earth Spirit Pill, as well as the opportunity to exchange for a low-level Xuan rank martial technique at a slightly reduced contribution point cost. Hearing about these rewards, Lin Chen's eyes couldn't help but light up. The Earth Spirit Pill is a high-grade pill unique to the Tianji sect. After taking it, one can rapidly accumulate true qi within the body, effectively reducing a month's worth of cultivation time. Compared to the inner sect geniuses, Lin Chen had spent less time cultivating. If he could obtain this Earth Spirit Pill, his cultivation would become much easier. However, what excited Lin Chen even more was the chance to enter the library pavilion and select a low-level Xuan rank martial technique. Although I can also use contribution points to exchange for low-level Xuan rank martial techniques after entering the inner sect, if I manage to place in the top 10 during this venture into the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm, it will be much easier to exchange for a low-level Xuan rank martial technique. For inner sect disciples, exchanging for a low-level Xuan rank martial technique requires a huge amount of contribution points. However, if one manages to place in the top 10 in this Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm, it's equivalent to waiving that massive contribution cost. To Lin Chen, this was music to his ears. But for Lin Chen, securing a spot in the top 10 wouldn't be that easy. Among the disciples participating in the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm this time, many are hiding their true strength. They could have entered the inner sect through the secret realm in previous years, but chose to wait until now, all for the chance to get into the top 10 and claim this reward. But it's not without hope. As long as he can reach the exit before it opens, Lin Chen might still have a shot at competing for one of the top spots. Within the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm, there are spiritual items scattered about that can enhance one's strength. Now, all disciples participating in the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm, please get ready. Last time I almost made it through the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm. This time, I'm sure I can do it.
Me too. But I heard that this time, there aren't just puppet men in the Tianluo Mountain Secret Realm, but also even stronger puppet beasts. Sounds pretty intense.
Lin Chen, maybe you managed to escape twice before, but now, inside the Tianluo Mountain secret realm. Let's see how you get away this time. Interesting. Kid, if you kneel down, admit your mistake, and cripple your own cultivation now, we might just spare your life. That's what I should be saying. If you leave now, I might still forgive you. Kid, you're just asking for death. Yeshu, stop wasting words with him. Let's go together and take this kid down. Earth-splitting palm. This is a great profound pill. Like the Qi gathering pill, it can increase the true energy within a martial artist. But the great profound pill is much more advanced than the Qi gathering pill. The materials used to refine the great profound pill are rare and precious. It even contains the essence of a top-tier level 3 demon beast's inner core, making it extremely effective for martial artists seeking a breakthrough in cultivation. For martial artists below the 8th level of the body refining realm, taking a great profound pill will more or less improve their cultivation. If they take 3 at once, their cultivation will definitely break through. Put down the great profound pill, and you can leave. I am Zhang Gao, and I want this great profound pill. Zhang Gao, mid-8th level of the body refining realm, ranked 4th among the outer disciples. Looks like you know a thing or two, since you recognize my name. Laughter. So it's Brother Zhang. However, I still have matters to attend to, so I won't be able to keep you company. Farewell. You don't know what's good for you? Kid, do you think you can just leave without handing over the great profound pill? Laughter, Brother Zhang. You are indeed strong. I just obtained 3 great profound pills and need time to take and refine them, so I won't be sparring with you here today. Next time we meet, I promise it'll be an encounter you'll never forget, Brother Zhang. 3 great profound pills. If Lin Chen refines all of them, his cultivation will definitely increase significantly. And right now, as he is about to enter the Tianluo Mountain secret realm, if Lin Chen's cultivation rises, his chances of making it into the top 10 before entering the secret realm will be much greater. Without hesitation, Lin Chen opened his mouth and swallowed one of the great profound pills. As soon as the great profound pill entered his stomach, a torrent surged within Lin Chen's body. At the same time, a sudden force of suction erupted in his mind, drawing all of that torrent inside. Moments later, the small cauldron in Lin Chen's mind suddenly trembled, and an incredibly pure spiritual energy of heaven and earth burst out from within the cauldron, flowing through all of Lin Chen's major meridians. Such pure spiritual energy of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy from the great profound pill, refined by the small cauldron, was many times stronger than the energy found in a mid-grade Qi gathering pill. However, the purer it was, the higher Lin Chen's chances of breaking through his cultivation. Following the circulation of the clear, bright, profound Yang technique, the true Qi in his body began a grand cycle, and Lin Chen started refining it bit by bit. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth, refined by the small cauldron, circulated through one grand cycle, then a second grand cycle. As this spiritual energy was refined, the true Qi in Lin Chen's dantian grew even thicker and more substantial. When Lin Chen had completely refined all of this spiritual energy, his body suddenly crackled with a series of popping sounds, and his entire aura suddenly rose by quite a bite had finally broken through. During this period, Lin Chen had been cultivating every day with mid-grade Qi gathering pills, but his cultivation level had never managed to break through. Now, after taking this Dashuan pill, his cultivation immediately broke through from the early stage of the 6th level of the body refining realm to the mid-stage of the 6th level. The true Qi in Lin Chen's dantian also increased significantly, and more importantly, the true Qi within his body was stable, showing no signs of instability in his cultivation. If I take these 2 Dashuan pills,
my cultivation should be able to improve even further. For others, it's impossible to take Da pills consecutively for cultivation. After all, the spiritual energy contained in the Da pill is extremely vast. If a martial artist at the 6th level of the body refining realm were to take it, not only would their cultivation not improve, but the overwhelming spiritual energy might even injure their meridians from within. However, the spiritual energy purified by the small cauldron for Lin Chen is incredibly pure and exceptionally refined, making it effortlessly easy for him to refine and absorb, and his cultivation base is already remarkably stable and firm. Therefore, Lin Chen can take Da pills consecutively without worrying about his meridians being damaged by the surge of spiritual energy. Once again, the small cauldron in his mind exerts a suction force, absorbing all the vast spiritual energy within his body completely. A moment later, another surge of incredibly pure spiritual energy burst out from the small cauldron. Lin Chen remained expressionless as the true qi within his body circulated through the grand cycle according to the Qingming Xuanyang technique. His power rose and rose again. As Lin Chen refined this surge of spiritual energy, the true qi within his body became increasingly rich and dense. When this stream of spiritual energy was completely refined, Lin Chen could faintly sense himself touching the threshold of the late stage of the 6th level of the body refining realm. As long as he crossed this threshold, Lin Chen would immediately become a master at the late stage of the 6th level of the body refining realm. However, the medicinal effect of this great Xuan pill was clearly not enough for Lin Chen to break through to the late stage of the 6th level of the body refining realm. The higher one's cultivation, the more immense the amount of spiritual energy required for a breakthrough. But Lin Chen secretly calculated in his heart that if he took the last great Xuan pill, there should be hope for a breakthrough. Without the slightest hesitation, Lin Chen opened his mouth and swallowed the final great Xuan pill. After being refined by the small cauldron, a surge of pure spiritual energy from heaven and earth once again flooded into his body. The true qi within his body circulated through the major meridians again and again, gradually refining the spiritual energy from the last great Xuan pill. Late stage of the 6th level of the body refining realm, what rich and pure true qi. By using 3 great Xuan pills, his cultivation finally broke through from the early stage of the 6th level of the body refining realm to the late stage, advancing 2 levels in a row. If anyone else had witnessed this, they would have been utterly shocked. Normally, taking 3 great Xuan pills and breaking through even 1 level would already be remarkable, but Lin Chen managed to advance 2 levels consecutively. More importantly, with his breakthrough in cultivation, the true energy within his body became purer and more abundant, and the power of the martial techniques Lin Chen unleashed also increased accordingly. He believed that now, even when facing Ma Liang at the peak of the 7th level of the body refining realm, he could easily defeat him without resorting to sword forbiddance. What a pity! Earlier, when passing through the passage, I should have gained some insights as well. Forget it, seizing a spot in the top 10 is more important. If I go back to look for those things, I'm afraid it will waste quite a bit of time. There's still a considerable distance from here to the exit. As long as I spread out my soul power and don't miss those things, it'll be fine.